Hello, my friend, and welcome. I'm so glad you could stop by today. We are back in Lemon Cake, and we're going to have kind of a slightly strange situation with the talking, the voiceover on this particular episode. You see, normally when I record, I will do a little bit of a test video just to make sure all the settings are correct. Unfortunately, I was kind of trying to get several videos out at once. I had my son homesick for a couple days, and then my husband was off for a day, and it's a lot easier for me to record when no one is home. There's a lot less noise, and I have 3 cats. They make noise too, but not nearly what 2 males do. So I generally try to just keep recording to when it's just me. It's just a little easier to control things. Unfortunately, with my son being off for a few days, my husband being off for a day, I was trying to cram more things into one day. And I was a little too confident in the fact that I hadn't been having any issues with my recording settings. So I was like, I don't need to make the test videos. I'll just go ahead and record. What I didn't know or realize was that somewhere along the way, OBS decided to just change my settings. So it was using my default microphone on my laptop, but I have that disabled because I use my microphone that is separate, the one that actually sounds decent. And so basically, there was no voiceover, just me playing the game. So now I get to try to record over it. Now, for some of the videos, if you've watched some of my previous ones, I'm able to just kind of do this little intro and then kind of speed through the rest. But I didn't really want to do that here. I wanted to kind of explain a bit of what I'm doing, what my thought process is. And, it started out pretty standard. I was just kind of working through, I was trying to get things done ahead of time. And yeah, these puddles keep showing up, but anyway, my goal here was to try to get another oven. This was definitely a key goal for me, and one that, we needed quite a bit of money for it, and so it meant kind of avoiding actually buying anything a few times, and that was a bit of a struggle. It is tempting. There's like the temptation of the cute little hat and apron that are available, that kind of thing. But anyway, I was preparing things ahead of time. I'd set them on the table here so that I had the one in the window and the one on the table, and then, hoping to kind of speed up my process. The puddles really drive me nuts. I do hope that sometime in the future of our upgrades and such, that there will be like some kind of automated way or faster way to deal with the cleaning. The tables are also another issue. It would be lovely if there was some kind of notification to let us know, other than what flashes overhead. Like, I do realize that it says overhead when something has happened, but that notification does not stay there. And so if you're not paying attention, you don't see it. Like, I can see every one of them now, but I can tell you that when I'm playing, I don't notice about half of them. So what I would love is if there was something like that. I know I had commented that I wasn't really thrilled about the separate rooms kind of situation. It does make sense, and I understand that. Like, in a real kitchen, you would be in a different room, but also typically you would have like a waitress or something who would be out in the front area dealing with the customers, clearing the tables, taking their orders, welcoming them, that sort of thing. So I don't know if that's something that comes later with time, like additional help or something, but yeah, there's certain things that are a little, like, it is very Diner Dash, and I've made that comment before, and the comments have also made that observation, but there are elements that I prefer over Diner Dash as far as the being able to see everything that's going on. This tree is a pain in the butt. I don't know how to say that nicely, but it is. It's a pain in the butt. I guess butt is probably the least offensive way I can say that, but it's just, yeah, not one of my favorite features either, but I do overall enjoy the game. There's just little tweaks I would personally make to make it a little bit more enjoyable. I am hoping that there are just upgrades that can be made to make the whole thing more efficient over time. It would be nice if there's some way to automate as we get further in. I'm not sure how this whole ingredients thing is going to work. Like if we're going to have more and more tables lined up to the sides of us, or, you know, because there is room over on the left where we have a pile of, you know, boxes and stuff, but I don't know what the future brings in this game, and I'm really curious for that. I really can't wait to open another table too. Like, as busy as I am and as hard as it is at times to keep up, there's also times where it feels like you're just kind of stagnating. You're just standing there doing nothing and you're not going anywhere, and you don't really necessarily have any place to put anything that you make. But definitely faster ovens or more ovens are going to be really key to efficiency here, and some kind of automation. I do like the various recipes, but I am looking forward to more variety, as long as it doesn't become really difficult to keep track of everything. I do wish also, like when I go and pick a chocolate off the tree, or the chocolate bean, I wish there was a place that I could just set that. I have discovered I can't pick it and then like put it on that table, and that kind of seems a little silly to me. I feel like that should be an option, or that there should be a basket in next to the ingredients where I can actually toss those there, so that I have one in a more convenient place when I have time to pick some. And I'm curious to see when it comes to like the strawberries and the cherries and the other things from the greenhouse, is that always going to be how it is, that we have to go pick the ingredient that we need and add that extra step? Because I think the point of games like these should be to find efficiency and to find ways to improve your bakery or whatever over time. But it's kind of my opinion. I'm going to kind of stop here for a little bit, speed things up so you can kind of watch some of the progress. I may check back in when we reach certain points, but I wanted to just have this footage here for you to be able to see what I did. And I promise the settings have already been changed, but I have also learned my lesson that I will always check, much like with Traveler's Rest when I kept forgetting to switch what program it was capturing, and so I kept ending up with blank footage. Yeah, I'm learning my lesson over time. I'm still growing here. I'm still learning. Thank you for standing by me as I do. But I will check back in with you in a couple of moments, and we'll see where the progress is. There was a point there where I really hit my stride and I was feeling it, but I struggled with recipe choices. I didn't really want to choose anything that required more ingredients because I really wasn't ready to deal with more of that chocolate type thing, but I figured the strawberry was our best way to go there, and hopefully I don't have regrets. It is like a full day before we end up adding it, and that doesn't end up being shown in this video. So I actually don't yet know how the strawberries work. I'm assuming on our next day, if I add that recipe, that we will actually get to explore that. And I am both looking forward to it and really not, because it's a whole extra step, and I still feel like I struggle a little bit with the controls around the actual preparation part here. It seems like sometimes I have to be spot on, and then the next time I could be like a mile away from the table and it still works. But hopefully with time I get used to the controls and get a little better about it. I'm noticing that in like Traveler's Rest, as an example, when I'm doing the tending of the bar, my controls and my, muscle memory are getting a lot better there, and I think that will happen with this game at some point, and I'm curious to see how far I can get it before I start to not enjoy the game. That's something that I noticed with Diner Dash is I enjoy the game up to a point, and then it's like when the frustration outweighs the enjoyment you're getting from it, that to me is the point when you need to quit. And I may push myself a little beyond that point, especially because I know people are watching now. But yeah, I don't know. When do you decide to quit a game? That's what I'm curious about. All right, and then we were blessed with another visit from Inspector Mustache. This is when we have to do this weird, like, beetle mini game where we have to collect the beetles that are around the, like, restaurant. And this is not at all one of my favorite parts, mainly because even when you do get one, it's not like you're actually on the beetle. It's kind of like it feels so pointless. It's a way to get a little extra gold, and that's fine and whatever, but yeah, the whole beetle thing, the idea of there being these bugs running around the restaurant, kind of gross and not really something I'm thrilled about. Although, to be fair, it is a possibility when you have an open door to a greenhouse into your kitchen. I could see how that could happen. I feel like a greenhouse would be a place where you would likely find some bugs, so there's a chance they're gonna get in. But yeah, I don't understand the point other than that of this mini game, and I could do without it. And this is the glorious part where I realized that I actually had enough money to buy the second oven, so I did, and this did change things quite a bit for me. It made it a lot easier to get ahead in the cooking part of things, which does eventually lead to me buying an additional display for the front window. I don't believe I did that in this video, but it's something that will be coming. And just the combination of the two really just kind of makes things a whole lot more efficient and really starts to feel like we're getting someplace. here we have the part where I actually do go about and buy that extra display. It was very tempting to buy the outfit upgrade, but I knew that the display counter was going to actually be more valuable for us. So that's what I ultimately decided, as difficult as that decision was for me to make. And then I wrapped things up by changing the menu in preparation for the next day. So I added that strawberry donut because I really wanted to try that out and mix up the recipes a bit, kind of increase our profits a bit as well. But that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed your visit today. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this, or ones with actual proper voiceovers that belong in the game. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you thought about today's video. Have a great day, and I hope to see you again real soon.